Morning, ladies. Okay, so I am here with the Gandy girls. We have Adira, Kiana, and Kenzie. Now, you three are biological sisters, correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Amazing. And you guys, I've known you guys since you guys were like younger through your mom, and you guys have grown to amazing, beautiful young women. But we're here today to ask you a couple questions and see where it goes. Okay, so first question is, do you have sister hair envy?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
How so?
There's only one who doesn't.
You know?
So.
I had sister hair envy when I was younger and Adara was allowed to get relaxers and then my hair was still nappy. So that's where my sister hair envy really started, was when she got to get her hair done and I did not.
Oh, no. Okay. What about you, Kenzie?
I'd say, well, Kiana has the thickest hair, and she just, I don't know, maybe it's the texture, but she just seems to be able to do more with it that I guess I can't, or just have never done. I don't know. I would say her.
Okay.
But I've never had relaxers, so that was when I wasn't around, or I was too young when they got relaxers and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't mind me asking, what's the age difference?
I'm 22 and Kiana's 21. We're 16 months apart, and then Kenzie's 17.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
So that's
4 years between them and 5 years between us.
Okay. All right. So that's why you were kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm over here. What are you going to do with me?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so are there any other, like, situations or feelings about that between you guys?
Well,
or
I feel like for me, my envy comes from, I have the finest hair, and so my hair, I can't do as much with it because it gets damaged really easily. Like, I haven't had that many relaxers in my life. I actually only had one when we were really young, but that didn't work out well. My hair fell out.
Oh, no. How old were you when that happened?
Young enough to probably, like, not really realize that it fell out, but old enough for it to make an impact.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Does that
Gotcha.
make sense?
Was it like the
That
tween,
big.
preteen?
So, yeah, I'm not like, oh, my hair fell out. Like, what's happening? But then, you know, when you're older and it's like, why is this all I have? You know, it's like, oh, because a couple years ago it fell out, and on my dad's side, it's slow growing hair, and that's the gene I picked up.
Oh, okay.
So my hair grows like this. It just inches
it's creepy.
along. So it takes forever. And so then I got another relaxer in high school. I don't know why I did that. And it fell out again. So
That's when I was jealous of you, though. So
in high school,
when you got that relaxer,
and it fell out, were you jealous then?
and then I got one and mine fell out. So
So
I should have been jealous, but I was.
And see,
wow.
And so,
Yeah.
but Kiana does have the thickest hair. It's really thick. And I think part of it, I mean, this is no offense, but she has a larger head than I do. So there's more hair. There's just more, you know what I mean? Yeah, on top of the actual strands being thicker, they're just thicker.
And there's more of them.
Then there's more of them on top of that. There's surface area. So it's just like, when she goes natural, it's just like lush. It's like a lion's mane. And then I go natural.
I know. Her fro is amazing.
Her fro is amazing. And then mine is, it's not amazing. I mean, it's just different. But
You have awesome shrinkage, though. Or stretch.
I have awesome shrinkage, but what you have to go through to stretch it, though. So it usually stays shrunk, because I'm not trying to, you know. But I do like my curls. But I'm envious of the volume, the natural volume. Not like people like, oh, you could do this to it. I'm like, no, I want to be born with it. It's different when I don't want to get lip injections. I want bigger lip. I mean, I already have big lips, but it's the difference between getting lip injections and being born with naturally larger lips.
Yeah.
And she just has like a thick mane. It's like a lion's mane.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So she doesn't need the horse and tail shampoo. She already has it, huh?
She already had it. And for me, and then it's like, and then I'm like, oh man, you know, I want to, she has like these cute buns, and she does like these, she does a lot with it. It's like, oh, my bun here and all this other stuff, and then I'm like, okay, bun, and then I'm like, it looks like,
No, mine would be too. That's what mine.
but you guys know, but see, they're laughing because it really is like a little, you're like, oh, I didn't think it would, and it's because the hair is so fine. So people are like, oh, you have a lot, and I'm like,
and it's just longer.
Yeah, hers is longer. It grows faster.
Yeah.
It grows
we got the
slow growing.
Yeah.
But Kenzie's hair has grown a lot. Your hair has grown a lot.
but still.
Because I think your hair is pretty thick.
I mean, yeah. I just wish it was longer. So I could just
do more. You just can do more.
Because then I would wear it natural more often, but then it's such a hassle. Like, what can I do if it's natural? Not that much. So.
Okay.
And so that's why we go to you, because guess what?
Right. Yeah,
yes. And by the way, they are clients. Oh my gosh. Yes.
For several years, because
Yes.
what? It makes us all even.
Yeah.
And levels the playing field.
Sister equality in the strands.
Sister equity. Yes.
Sister equity.
And then we
yes.
can do more with it, and it all looks different. It's not, it's like, oh, okay, I like it different than.
And I appreciate you guys very much for.
Oh no, we appreciate you, girl.
Oh.
Guess what? Because people in DC were hitting. I would be like, I got it done in Seattle. I don't know what to tell you. And all them girls at Harvard, where did you get your hair? Who did your hair? I'm like, I know you want this,
right?
but you can't have it.
Yeah,
and I can't have
That's
it either.
their hair envy, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, I get it because it's great. And yeah. So that's why. And it helps my hair grow too, because my hair has grown over the years. I'm like, oh dang! Even since like the last time I saw, was it Crystal? Hugh straightened my hair. Even since I'm like, oh wow, my hair has grown a lot since May. Like even when I was like, oh wow, yeah, you got the magic touch.
Thank you.
Stimulates the growth.
Try to keep that going. Try to keep that going.
Yeah.
So it's gonna lead into the next question. So you guys were talking about the hair differences, and obviously Kiana has the most envied hair, but you guys respect that, so that's a good thing. So did you guys ever play in each other's hair?
Play?
Like style it, or
Kiana did my hair a lot.
Yeah, I think more. I would do Kenzie's hair more, but
it wasn't like playing.
It was like to make ourselves presentable. If like mom's out of town and our dad is the only one here, like it was you have to go somewhere and let me do your hair.
It's like, girl, come here, let me get you together, huh?
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah.
The problem is with us, we didn't. I don't know, maybe not a problem. We like playing in other kids' hair. So a friend came over like, let us play in your hair, like that.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't playing. We played in neighbors' hair, but I was not going to play in you guys' hair. That's not a playing field to me. I'm not like, oh, this is time to play because I don't want to mess anything up.
Yeah, it was just
tangled too fast. This isn't the kind of hair to play in.
No,
we kind of just let our mom do most of the hair stuff, and we kind of just.
I had a Bratz doll. I played in that.
But see, that's
and then
playable.
she ruined it because she put a whole bunch of tiny braids in it, and I couldn't get them out.
And see, imagine she put her tiny braids on this.
Yeah, right. You can't get that out.
You can't play. So.
Yeah, you need like a stick pin to take it down.
I don't know if it needs to be played with. But we
didn't flat iron you guys' hair.
Yes, but that was
playing.
We were like, let's see what happens. Like, do this. Let's see, let's see where we're at in this.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, let's play a game. Like,
Yeah, it was always for a reason. There's always a purpose.
We were never doing nothing for no reason.
Okay.
We did mess up. I did mess up a neighbor's hair though.
Oh, what happened? This sounds epic.
It was epic. So I had a comb and I was combing through her hair, and I don't know why.
But she had straight hair.
Straight hair.
Yes.
She was she's Vietnamese, so super straight, super fine Asian hair, and man, I was combing it. I don't know why when I combed it, I wanted to like flip the comb and kind of like use it as a curling rod. Oh. Like just imagine if this is the hair, okay, maybe this is the hair and this is the comb, and then so it's in there, and I'm just like, taking it to the bottom. I took it to the bottom is what I did. And then I rolled it up.
You kept
it.
It was
bad.
You couldn't get that.
She had to cut it out. I think her aunt had to cut it out. I think the neighbor dad came over and was upset. Someone was upset.
Oh no!
I don't even remember anyone being upset until later. My parents like, yeah, they were upset.
Oh no!
But guess what? I bet it grew back right like that. So
So it's like, like one of those little dolls, huh? It just comes out.
It's gonna take you 4.5 years, like over here. So chill out. Put it up in a messy bun. No one will know.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then the last question, which is similar to the first question, did you ever feel like your sister hair was better than hers? And you guys already kind of touched on that a little bit, but I don't know. Is there any more you can elaborate about it than what you have already?
I used to think it was now I don't think anyone's is better than mine.
Okay.
I may be envious of certain aspects or qualities of their hair, but I don't feel that Kiana's hair is better than mine. Because mine is also very, very different. I don't know what happened when I moved to DC. I don't know if it was the water. I don't know if it was the air. But you see on my hair, like, it's just the shrinkage is crazy, and the curls are just, they're like these little tiny baby coils. And I think everyone thinks they're so gorgeous. I mean, they look really nice. Yeah, I mean, if you get in there, it's hard to, like, get in it's hard to, like, deal with. It's hard, like, you know, the actual maintenance, the combing out, like, it takes a lot of energy and stuff. But I really like the curls. I really like them, and they're really different. And I haven't seen anyone else with curls like that. And they're like these really specific, defined, like a really distinct curl pattern. And I've only had it for several years, but I'm like, oh wow, this is so different. I never thought I would have hair like that. And I feel like it has changed, like, my whole face, like the way I can wear it, like my little mohawk I be doing and stuff like that. So I don't think anyone, but I can still appreciate Kiana's hair, and I can still appreciate Kenzie's hair, especially Kenzie's, like, growth and stuff like that. But I don't think anyone's better. I'm still like, oh man, when she straightens it, it looks a lot different, and I'm envious of that. But I'm not like, I feel lower of a person because she can do that.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree. I have curls.
That's
I was
awesome.
gonna say the same thing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, because I think the misconception. No, Kiana's just like, I'm good.
She's like, I'm confident.
Okay. I like you guys here too.
Thanks.
Aww.
We've been shouted out.
Oh, that's so sweet. And see, this is what I like about having these conversations between sisters, because you learn a little bit more that you probably didn't know before, but there's still like gratification, appreciation for each other, and just knowing the differences and appreciating it. So you can definitely see that. And it's amazing how, like, siblings from the same biological factor can still be different.
Oh yeah.
You know, so those variables that come into play, you know.
Yeah.
So, and who knows where they come from, but it just happens. But it's one of the beauties of black hair, you know. It's all so different.
Yes.
It's so different.
Yeah, so different.
It's so different. I learned that when I went to Howard. I was like, everything's different. Everybody is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with you guys going to school, Adira and Kiana, you guys going to college, like you being exposed in DC and you being exposed at your school, and now you're about to go off to college, so you're going to be exposed to a whole different arena of people and their hair, and they're going to be all in yours. So how's that been for you two, going somewhere else with?
So mine is a predominantly white school, so the black students there, it was actually really interesting. A lot of them have the same stuff as me, like what products do I use? It's raining a lot, we're in Seattle, you know, what I put in my hair, what can keep it from doing this, from doing that. You know, I got class early, what can I do that's something quick, but I can look presentable, not going to class looking all crazy. So just like talking to people helps, for me at least. Also just being willing to do something different, like one day just don't do your hair and just let it be out and let it, you know, do its thing. And that's okay if it doesn't look, you know, like you want it to look, but just, you know, still loving your hair. And actually last spring there was like a whole like black hair forum at our school, which was really cool, and people were just sharing their stories and like pictures and showing growth and what you can do, and like, oh, I struggled so long, I went natural and cut it off, and then people were saying like, oh, you're ugly and you're this, and then like, you know, affirmation by other people and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, it was really fascinating and really like liberating to see, you know, different black people, especially in a white setting, being like, you know, this is my hair, I'm not gonna straighten it for anyone and do all that. So
exactly, because that can impose the biggest challenge for us. You know, so
trying not to conform.
and it's a daily struggle. It's a daily struggle, you know, even from just looking in the mirror to stepping out into the world, you know. So, but so what about you there in being in DC?
Well, yeah, so I went to an HBCU. I went to Howard, and coming from here, from Seattle, especially where like most people are white, and especially from our high school, where I wore my hair natural one day and was traumatized, and I was like, I will never ever do this again. I will never do this again. So going to Howard was really healing for me in a lot of ways. Especially on the hair front, though, because I always felt there's always that thing where you just know it's different. Like growing up, you know it's different. Like your hair, it's totally different from everything you see on TV. It's totally different from like all these little like kids of Latin origin who have like maybe thick, curly, wavy, or maybe like super straight, fine blonde hair. Like it's just so different, and you know you're kind of covering it up, like you're doing things, like you're braiding it, you're doing. And so going to DC in general, it's like a lot of black people, so creative with their hair, so many things going on, all kinds of braids. Like going to Howard and just, it's just totally different because you can just be. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to explain it to everyone. Everybody knows what's up. It's not like, oh, well, I did this morning. Cause like there's none of that. Everyone's on the same page. If you're wearing like your headscarf, I mean, maybe not like a do-rag, but even if you did that, no one's going to question you because everyone knows what's up on the hair front, you know, and all kinds of, I could appreciate it. Even like, it's like, even if you have a weave, even if you have a relaxer, even if you have a natural, or even if you have like poetic justice braids down to like the back of your knees, like everything could be, and there was some of that. I mean, you know, there was down definitely some ankles. Of that. I mean, and it was just amazing to see how people could glorify themselves using their hair, like, you know, the whole crown aspect of it really was a real thing. Like, and I'm like, oh wow, this isn't something where it's a burden. It wasn't a burden. It's not like something you have to cover up. It's not something that's like, oh, I have to deal with it, or it's time, or it's inconvenient or anything like that. It was like, it was the hair thing, and we all black, like people were going hard. People were going hard, which I loved. I loved that. Yeah. And I liked that. I felt like, oh man, I can actually. I think that's the first time I ever started wearing my natural hair. Actually, was in college where I was actually like walking around. And it was cool to be like that, and everyone loves it. On top of that, people, I mean, like, I'm sure, like, at the forum, like, people are feeling it, and they're, oh, girl, your hair, yes, 4C, like, all that, like, all the praise, stuff for real, you know, out there, and people are, yes, curl pattern, let's be curl, like, it is serious, yes, and the products are just, and plus, everyone out there, there's girls everywhere who does hair out there, too, like, even on campus, so it's like, if you need this, whatever, you could get it done there. You can get it done. The only thing I couldn't get done were these specific twists. That hurt me. But that hurt me. I was like, this is crazy. So, you know, I had to get something else done. This just ain't the same. So then for a while, I was just, I'd rather go natural than have someone else do it, honestly. But definitely a lot of hair healing for me.
Hair healing.
And
I like it.
Yeah, hair healing for sure. Coming from the Pacific Northwest as a black person, I'm sure it's different if you come from the South, if you come from Atlanta, if you come from New York, maybe, if you come from, I don't know, anywhere else where there's a large population of black people to be found, it might be different. But coming from the Pacific Northwest, where, you know, it's like I said, I was traumatized in high school. I don't even remember why I wore my hair out. I probably just didn't have any other option. But I remember I was numbed that day. And I was like, this will never happen again. And then I got to Howard and I was able to do it again.
I think you shared a story with me. Someone said something,
Yeah.
It was a straight up afro?
Yeah, it was an afro. And at the time it was a mistake. I felt it was a mistake after. But yeah, because
did you feel good like leaving the house and you're like, oh, I look good?
Yeah.
Was it like a combed out afro or was it like not?
It definitely wasn't like, no, like Bantu knot out or nothing like that, because I wasn't even that sophisticated. I wasn't even doing Bantu knots. I didn't even know what those were.
Yeah.
I probably just like combed out, and I don't remember exactly how I styled it. I don't know if I had a headband, but I knew I loved feeling good. Yeah. I knew I wasn't like, oh God, is anyone gonna say anything? Like I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah.
And so then when it happened, I was like,
what did they say? Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Should I say it?
Yeah. I remember when you told me.
And you're laughing.
Yeah. I don't remember. I do. Maybe you should just say it. You just say it.
You can edit this out if it's not appropriate, but.
Well, here it's all part of the hair healing. Remember?
Okay, you're right.
So
I just can't believe he said that. I'm laughing because it was so
ridiculous.
Absurd.
So I wore my hair out, and someone who I thought was a friend of mine, a Caucasian fellow, told me and mind you, like I was getting a lot of compliments. I don't want to make it sound like people were feeling it, you know, like they do. Oh my God, your hair, like da 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 da. Oh my God, da, da. And I'm like, yes, I know. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you. And I'm happy. I'm like, oh yay. And then this one guy comes along and he's like, oh, your hair looks like my pubes. And so I wasn't even mad. Like it wasn't even a thing where I was like, what, you asshole? Like, no. It was not like that. I was just like depressed. Like I was just numb.
And just kept going.
I just internalized it, which is probably the most dangerous thing that can happen in a situation like that. Is you take it, and then but sometimes it's too much. It's like, what am I gonna do? Cuss you out right now? Like I can't even. There's so many factors and so much that goes into why I'm hurt by what you said that I don't have time to give a history lesson.
Right.
And I just don't have time to like lash out you. I'm also trying to go to class. Like this was just in passing. This wasn't like after school. So then I'm like, well, I don't. So I just went inward, and I think I just was like, I will never.
Was your day almost over?
No, it was not. It wasn't like 6th period. Let me go home and cry about this. It was like the middle of the day.
Oh.
And I actually think I just like took it, internalized it, repressed it, and then like kind of kept going on. But I just know like I was like, I will never, ever, 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 ever wear my hair like this again. Because I know, and it just completely took away all the good stuff. Like, it's like, oh, everyone was feeling it, and it's like, not anymore. I'm not even feeling it anymore. I'm not even feeling, and then that's just so damaging for your self-esteem, and then it just goes off into all this.
Yeah. So with that situation happening and where you are now, part of your hair healing.
Yes. Yes.
I tell you, and it's just still things happen like that,
Yeah.
But the fact that you're able to talk about it is a good thing. So you're not still internalizing.
No. If someone tried to say that to me today, I would laugh at them. I'd be like, "Pat!" I would probably just laugh. Yeah. Honestly, I would not even give into it. I wouldn't feel. Yeah. Definitely not. I've come, and that was years ago. So I've come a long way.
But it just gives a shiny, bright example of the ignorance out there and how the outside influences, even though we can get instilled at home, by our parents and our loved ones, family, friends, but it could be just that one person.
One thing.
And I'm not going to call them names. It's just be a person that is of ignorant, whatever.
And it's just the ignorance just shatter that makes it so hurtful too, because it's like you don't even know what you're saying. It's one thing if you're like, I'm going to say this to hurt this person, to be intentional, to tear her down. But it's like, no, that was a genuine observation on your part. And you have no idea how damaging that was and how ignorant and just like you don't know what you're talking about.
And they still probably don't know to this day.
No. Yeah. I mean, I'm still like kind of cool with him, but I mean, he definitely noticed later on, like later, he'd be like, man, why do you hate me so much? I never told him. I was definitely done with him after that.
Well, that too will, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, but yeah. So have you guys ever experienced anything like that, or?
No, not to that extent.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
Good. Well, he was an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah. And he still
Bottom line,
he was an idiot, and there are idiots out there. So to go from that to go to Howard was like, clearly God knew what I needed, because I said I'm not going to that school, but I needed some healing on a lot of different fronts, and the hair was one of the fronts. The hair was definitely, and just to be inspired too. There's a lot of inspiration there as far as what you can do with it. Because I feel like maybe sometimes for me, I always felt like, and it's because of the whole assimilation thing, the whole conformity thing. You feel like there's limits. You're like, okay, I can do this, but I can't do that. Like, no, that's too much. No, that's a lot. Like, that's really unique. That's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now, it's 2015. Damn near 2016. Things are changing. Black people are coming up. Not even coming up. They're just recognizing themselves. It's not even a thing where black people we're down here and now we're doing better. It's like, no, we're just reclaiming some things that needed to be reclaimed. So, like, if people want to walk out with freaking tie-dye box braids down to their back, that's what they're going to do. And they're going to look better than everybody else. That's the thing. They're going to look better than everybody else. Yeah. And so I definitely feel less limited. Less limited, and I'm glad. I mean, if I was in corporate America, it'd be different. It just is a different story. I mean, we're not at that place yet where you can wear like rainbow box braids down to the back of your knees in a corporate setting. You know what I'm saying? That's just not. We're not there yet. I don't even know if we will get there. We'll see. But in general, just everyday life, like there are definitely some steps that I take now that I would not have taken before.
Awesome.
For sure. So that makes me happy. That makes me really happy. And it's a process. So constant discovery, like constantly doing new things. Like, oh, wow, I want to try this with my hair. And because I ignored it for so many years. I neglected my hair for so many years. I ignored it for so many years. Didn't want to look at it. Didn't really want to touch it. I'm just like, braid it up. Never had it out for too long. So now it's like, oh, man, this is like, a part of me that I that I really have. I'm catching up on. Catching up on it now in the later years. And some kids were on it when they were younger, you know, and had parents doing all kinds of really unique things. But I don't feel like it was always about managing it. It was never about exploring it, showing it off, celebrating it. It was always like, how can we keep it managed? How can we manage the hair? How can we present it? But never in a way where it was like necessarily celebrated. And I don't think that's on a part of like our parents not being, you know, it's just like culture, Western society, America, you know, with black hair is just totally different. Yeah. It's just a whole different, it's kind of a thing that hasn't been all the way explored, I guess.
Yeah. Definitely have to manage your hair in Seattle all this rain.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I love these. And even my natural hair, I'm like, it's raining and I don't care because my stuff's already shrunk.
Right.
I do not care. I'm like, shrink it. Go ahead.
Shrink it some more.
Because curling up and looking real damn cute.
Right.
So.
Yes.
Yes. Like my shrinkage, I'm like, if it shrinks, it's just going to be really curly and really cute. It's just going to be either short curls like this or maybe a little longer, depending. I mean, but my hair shrinks. Which is also makes it really deceiving for hairdressers. Like, I tried, I'm like, no, I'm just want to let you know, like, it's really shrunk right now. It's really shrunk. But it's hard to even tell. Even then, it's like, oh, it went from that to that. So.
Oh, yeah. Happens all the time. Well, ladies, I think we're going to cut it because we're at 26 minutes. You guys did amazing. I know. Ooh. Awesome. But once again, I want to thank the Gandy girls, Adara, Kiana, and Kinsey. And also, thank you for being my clients, consistent. And you guys always look great and fabulous. Very proud to be a part of whatever you're doing, you know, through the hair. But I also want to thank you for being a part of the Sistah series. So
thank you for having us.
Yes,
I'm glad we can, you know.
Yeah, this will be very important and I think vital for other sisters and women and people in general to see just the relationship and the dynamics of the sister sets and their hair. And black hair especially.
Yeah, black hair especially.
Because there's still information and education that needs to be shared with people. So,
yes,
very much so. So we're going to close. Thank you, ladies.
Okay. Thank you.